Taurus. Someone has been crying themselves to sleep for exactly 17 nights thinking about you and the terror in their eyes. When I pulled this first card is going to shock you to your core. Everyone thinks regret means they want you back. But I just pulled the Seven of Swords, and this changes everything about what their tears actually mean. Listen to what happened to my client Jessica last month. Her ex started showing up everywhere, crying, begging, saying he made the biggest mistake of his life. She almost took him back until I pulled this exact same Seven of Swords and warned her to wait and watch. 3 days later, she found out he was still seeing the woman he left her for. The Seven of Swords never lies, Taurus. This card is pure deception disguised as remorse. But here's what will give you chills. Everyone expects regret to show up as the Five of Cups or Nine of Swords, but Seven of Swords appearing first means their tears are calculated. Their fear is real, but not because they lost you. They're terrified because they're about to get caught in something much bigger, and they need you back as their cover story. The comments are already going insane, and we haven't even started properly. Maria just typed that her ex suddenly started love bombing her the same week his new girlfriend went through his phone. David says his former best friend is apologizing for betraying him right after getting fired for lying at work. The universe is exposing everything. Seven of Swords in this position shows me someone who's panicking because their web of lies is unraveling. They're not crying because they miss your love. They're crying because they need your loyalty, your forgiveness, your tendency to give people the benefit of the doubt. They need you to be their character witness when the truth comes out. This card represents theft, but not just material theft. This person has been stealing opportunities meant for you, stealing credit for your ideas, stealing the narrative about why your relationship ended. And now they're terrified because all of that theft is about to be exposed. The Seven of Swords also shows me someone who's been living a double life, and the walls between those lives are crumbling. Maybe they told their new person that you were crazy and abusive, but now mutual friends are telling a different story. Maybe they've been lying about their finances, their job, their past, and everything is about to come crashing down. I can feel another card pushing forward so intensely that my hands are literally shaking. This next card is going to reveal the real reason they're so desperate to get back in your good graces, and trust me, it has nothing to do with love. Wait. The moon just flipped itself out of the deck and landed face down, which never happens. Taurus. This is the card of illusion, deception, and things not being what they seem. This person's regret is a performance designed to manipulate you back into their web of lies. The moon represents the shadow self, the parts of people they keep hidden from the world. This person has been showing you their tears, their vulnerability, their apparent desperation, but the moon is revealing that there's a completely different agenda operating beneath the surface. What makes this even more sinister is that the moon shows someone who has been studying your patterns, your triggers, your soft spots. They know exactly which words will make you doubt your decision to leave. They know which memories will make you nostalgic. They know how to push every emotional button you have. The moon also represents confusion and mental fog. This person is trying to gaslight you into questioning your own perception of what happened between you. They want you confused about who was really at fault, unclear about whether you made the right choice, uncertain about your own memories of their behavior. But Taurus, here's what the moon is really showing me about their fear. They're not afraid of losing you. They're afraid of losing control over you. They're terrified that you're seeing them clearly for the first time, without the filters of love and loyalty that used to protect them from consequences. I'm getting chills because the moon appearing after Seven of Swords creates the most dangerous combination in tarot for emotional manipulation. This isn't just someone who made mistakes and learned from them. This is someone who has weaponized their knowledge of your heart against you. The energy just shifted completely, and I can feel the third card burning to come through. This is going to show us exactly what they're trying to hide and why they need you back so desperately right now. Incredible! The Queen of Cups just revealed herself in Taurus. This is the most twisted part of their manipulation. They're using your own compassion against you. Queen of Cups represents emotional intelligence, empathy, nurturing energy. And this person knows that's exactly who you are at your core. They've been crafting their comeback specifically to appeal to the Queen of Cups in you. Every tear they shed, every story about how lost they are without you, every appeal to your kindness is carefully designed because they know you can't stand to see people in pain, even people who hurt you. The Queen of Cups in this context shows me someone who's been watching your social media, studying your posts about healing and growth and forgiveness. They're mirroring that energy back to you, using your own spiritual language against you. They're talking about therapy and self-improvement and becoming a better person because they know those are the magic words that will open your heart. But here's what's truly sinister about this Queen of Cups manipulation. They're not just faking their emotional growth, they're using real emotions to sell you fake intentions. Yes, they really are crying. Yes, they really do feel regret. Yes, they really are scared, but not for the reasons they're telling you. The Queen of Cups also reveals that they've been love bombing other people while crying to you about how empty their life is. They're playing multiple emotional chess games at the same time, being the wounded victim to you while being the charming lover to someone else. This card is also showing me that they've been triangulating you with other people. Maybe they told their friends how much they miss you to make sure it gets back to you. Maybe they've been strategic about being seen in places where they know you'll hear about it. The Queen of Cups energy is being weaponized to create maximum emotional impact. My private community has been tracking this exact manipulation pattern, and the stories people are sharing are absolutely mind-blowing. The level of calculated emotional manipulation happening right now is unprecedented. But Taurus, what makes this Queen of Cups even more dangerous is that it's revealing they understand exactly how pure your heart is. They know you want to believe in people's capacity to change. They know you would rather be fooled by false hope than miss a chance at genuine reconciliation. Let me pull the next card because I can feel something massive coming through about what's going to happen when their manipulation fails and they realize you can't be controlled anymore. This is unbelievable. The Five of Wands just exploded out of the deck, and Taurus. This represents the war they're about to wage when their sweet manipulation fails. When crying doesn't work, when playing victim doesn't work, when appealing to your compassion doesn't work, they're going to show you who they really are. Five of Wands is conflict, competition, fighting dirty. This card is showing me that their regret has an expiration date. The moment you don't respond the way they want, the moment you don't fall back into line, their mask is going to come off completely. This is someone who's going to turn your mutual friends against you when love bombing fails. They're going to start spreading rumors about your mental health, your motives, your character. The same mouth that was begging for forgiveness is going to become a weapon aimed at destroying your reputation. Five of Wands also shows me that they're going to try to compete with your new happiness. If you're thriving without them, they're going to do everything in their power to disrupt that. They might start dating someone who looks like you, posting obvious attempts to make you jealous, or even trying to interfere with new relationships you're building. The most dangerous part of Five of Wands appearing here is that it reveals this person has never accepted responsibility for losing you. In their mind, you're a prize that was unfairly taken away, and they have every right to fight to get you back by any means necessary. This card is also warning you that they're going to escalate. When tears don't work, they'll try anger. When anger doesn't work, they'll try bargaining. When bargaining doesn't work, they'll try threatening. This is someone who sees your boundaries as challenges to overcome rather than limits to respect. Someone just commented that they literally felt their heart racing when I pulled Five of Wands. The energy is intense. Rebecca says her ex went from crying outside her door to keying her car when she wouldn't answer. The mask is coming off everywhere. But Taurus, Five of Wands, is also showing me that you have allies in this fight. People are going to see through their performance. People are going to defend you when they try to rewrite history. People are going to choose your truth over their lies. I need to pull another card because there's something coming through about the timeline of when their manipulation is going to fail and what's going to trigger their true colors to show. Perfect. Temperance just brought divine balance to this entire reading, And Taurus, this card represents your power in this situation. While they're playing games and manipulating and scheming, you're being guided by higher wisdom that sees right through their performance. Temperance is the card of patience, discernment, and spiritual protection. This card appearing means you're not going to fall for their manipulation because something deeper than logic is warning you to wait, watch, and trust your intuition about their motives. This card is also showing me that while they're operating from ego and desperation, you're operating from soul wisdom. You can feel that something is off about their regret, even if you can't put your finger on exactly what. Temperance is that angelic guidance keeping you safe from their schemes. But here's what's most beautiful about Temperance in this position. This card represents emotional alchemy, turning poison into medicine, transforming pain into wisdom. Their manipulation attempt is actually going to be the final lesson you needed about their true character. Temperance also shows divine timing at work. They're rushing, pushing, trying to force your forgiveness on their timeline because they need your cover story before something gets exposed. But this card tells you to move at your own pace, to let the truth reveal itself naturally. This card is also about balance and seeing the bigger picture. While they're focused on immediate manipulation tactics, Temperance gives you the higher perspective to see this as part of your spiritual journey toward discernment and self-protection. I can feel one final card practically burning through the deck. This is going to show us the ultimate outcome when you trust your Temperance wisdom and refuse to be manipulated back into their chaos. Taurus, what just came through is going to give you chills. The Ace of Pentacles just sealed this reading and represents the abundance that's going to flow into your life when you refuse to fall for their manipulation. New opportunities, new stability, new foundations built on truth instead of lies. The Ace of Pentacles appearing after all those manipulation cards shows me that their desperate attempt to get you back is actually the universe's way of showing you how much you've grown. A year ago, you might have fallen for their tears. 6 months ago, you might have given them another chance. But not now. This card represents a new beginning in the material world, grounded in reality instead of fantasy. While they're offering you emotional manipulation disguised as love, the universe is preparing to offer you something real, solid, and trustworthy. Ace of Pentacles also shows me that their manipulation failing is going to open up space for genuine opportunities. Maybe it's a new job, a new relationship, a new living situation. Their lies have been blocking your blessings, and when you refuse to re-enter their web of deception, everything they've been holding up is going to start moving. This card is also about recognizing true value versus counterfeit offerings. Their tears might look like genuine remorse, but Ace of Pentacles gives you the discernment to see the difference between authentic change and performance art. The Ace of Pentacles is also telling me that when you don't fall for their manipulation, when you don't provide the emotional supply they're seeking, they're going to reveal exactly who they are. And that revelation is going to be the final piece of evidence you need to close that chapter forever. Taurus, type protected. If you can feel your spiritual team guiding you away from their manipulation, type wise. If you recognize their tactics from this reading, type abundant. If you're ready to receive the real opportunities that are coming once you clear out the counterfeits. The synchronicities in the comments are insane. People are sharing stories about almost falling for manipulation right before major breakthroughs happened in their lives. The universe is showing us that these manipulation attempts are actually the final tests before our greatest blessings. But I want you to remember something, Taurus. When someone shows you their true colors, believe them the first time. When someone has to manipulate you to get you back, that tells you everything you need to know about their intentions. Love doesn't need to lie, scheme, or deceive to win your heart. Their regret might be real. Their tears might be genuine. Their fear might be authentic. But their motives are selfish. Their methods are manipulative. And their goals are about control, not love. You don't owe anyone your forgiveness just because they're crying. You don't owe anyone another chance just because they claim to have changed. You don't owe anyone access to your life just because they're afraid of the consequences of their actions. Some of you watching this are going to recognize these manipulation tactics and realize you almost fell for them. Others are going to see this as preparation for what's coming because their manipulation attempt hasn't started yet. Either way, you're being warned and protected. The cards have spoken and the message is crystal clear. Their regret is real, but their repentance is fake. Their tears are authentic, but their transformation is an act. Their fear is genuine, but it's not fear of losing you. It's fear of facing the consequences of their choices without you there to soften the blow. I had to close personal reading bookings yesterday because the energy around these manipulation patterns has been so intense. The universe is really protecting people from falling back into toxic cycles right now. Taurus, you deserve more than someone who only values you when they need you. You deserve more than love that has to be manipulated into existence. You deserve more than someone who sees your compassion as a weakness to be exploited, rather than a gift to be treasured. Your real blessings are coming, and they won't need to lie to reach you. Your real love is coming, and it won't need to manipulate you to stay. Your real abundance is coming, and it will be built on truth, respect, and genuine appreciation for who you are. Don't be fooled by their performance, Taurus. Trust your intuition. Trust your growth. Trust that you deserve better than counterfeit love dressed up as genuine regret. Subscribe now, because this protective energy is going to keep building, and you need to stay connected to recognize manipulation before it reaches your heart. If you want more of this energy, you know where to find me.